Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostle, elders, and bishops, a great millstone who rule with and teach well. Shalom to 144,000 men that's pushing and believing this word in all true sincerity and sacrificing their lives and wills to do so. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth. The Heavenly Father named Yahweh. His only begotten Son name is Yahweh Shai. And little one is video edify, quick, straight to the point. This video right here will be part 2 of the video I did recently. There's a much needed judgment to come, right? I titled this like this because, living amongst these heathens in this everyday captivity, you're seeing and experiencing how these heathen think, believe, and act. Right, beginning with Esau Edom, these heathens genuinely believe that what they feel and they genuinely think, they genuinely think that everything that they do is gonna lead to them being in the power and rulership next. They do not believe that their rulership will fall. And beginning with Esau Edom, that's exactly the mindset that they have, right? But in my last video, I went over some of these precepts, but I forgot, I left out some, and I was just going to go back over some. So a lot of the judgments that the Lord is going to have and judge people with, this is for their pride, right? Before the Proverbs 16 and 18, that comes to mind. But their pride is going to fall first before they physically fall. The Lord is chopping down at people's hubris, at people's mindset and mentality, right? And it's just a matter of time until the Lord really opens up judgment, right? Even with Israelites, right? These two-thirds Israelites believe that they're going to just be joining hand in hand with the heathen for a long period of time and come up, and that's not exactly what's going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. So when the Lord comes back and judge, that's exactly what's about to happen. You're about to get judged for all the things that you are doing that's not ushering in the Heavenly Father, Son, Yahweh Shai. So this is Ezekiel chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 5 and to the others. He said in my hearing, go ye after him, though the city is smite. Let your eyes spare. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So the angel was assigned to do what? Go through the midst of the city and smite the people, right? And this is going to show that the Lord, when he comes back, he doesn't care about a old, a young, a newborn, right? Men, women, and children, right? Heathens and Israelites, right? If the Lord is going to do this to his own nation, the Israelites, how much more so the whole the ungodly? Which I'm in this sense, I'm not just talking about the 2/3. I'm talking about the other nations as well, right? Verse 6: slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom the mark, which that mark is the wa, which is exemption, right? And begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So yeah, when the Lord comes back, this is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to judge, right? He's going to judge his own people as well as judge you heathen, and the heathen are going to get judged harshly too as well. We're going to see the judgment of the Lord magnified, and these heathens are going to get it as well as these 2/3. It's not going to be, Israelites is going to get judged, or just the heathens are going to get judged. No, everybody is going to have their fair shake, as they say, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And the Lord is going to knock at your pride and destroy your pride, as I said in Proverbs 16 and 18. So from here, I'm going to grab Zephaniah, right? Zephaniah 1. Let me get there first. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and I start at verse 14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. And yeah, regardless of what status you hold in this heathen society, no matter if you're heathen or Israelite, the day of the Lord isn't going to be a day of fun, right? Verse 15, and this goes for heathens and the 2/3. That day is that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. So yeah, so these are the things that's about to happen when the Lord returns, when Yahweh Shai comes back. It's going to be a day of great darkness, great death, great mourning, right? We're going to see these things. And this is an implication that the rulership that these heathens have on the planet Earth is going to be what? Dismantled and destroyed and displaced. This isn't oh, well, we're going to keep ruling and ruling and ruling. No, that's not how the Lord got this set up, right? The whole inhabitants of the earth in the righteous aspect are looking for what? The children of Israel to rule. This isn't something that the heathens think. They do not believe that what they're doing, they believe that what they're doing is right. That's exactly how their mindset is. Oh, well, if we don't get it right this kingdom or this rulership, we're going to do it in our next one. No, that's not how that works. And they don't even think like that anymore. They just think, oh, well, I'm up next, And that's not what's going to happen. The Lord is going to come down and destroy them. And we're going to see how the Lord gets down, right? So from here, I'm going to jump to Revelation 19. Because Yahushua, when he comes back, he's going to destroy governments and power structure, these heathens' power structure. So this is Revelation chapter 19, and I started verse, let me see, what verse was that? Verse 11. This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven opened up, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and righteously he doth judge and make war. And yeah, that white horse is the chariot, right? Yahweh Shai is coming back with the host of heaven, which are the chariots and the angels, right? And when he does that, he's coming down to destroy what? These kingdoms, right? Let me see. Oh, verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And those crowns represent what? The governments that he's taking down and destroying, right? When the Lord comes down here, he's taking over. It's going to be a complete hostile takeover, and the Lord is taking prisoners, right? These Edomites are going to be slaves in the kingdom, and not just the Edomites, all the other heathens, right? 2/3 of they going to get destroyed, and there's going to be some left over that's going to go right into slavery. And regardless if you like that or not, that's exactly how the Lord has it. And if you're not with that, you're against that. And if you're against that, you're going to be judged harshly and most likely destroyed, depending on how the Lord wants you to go out. But you can either be destroyed if you're a heathen, or you could just go straight into slavery. And a lot of people ain't ready to hear that. Right? A lot of people don't want to talk about that. And this isn't something that, we just making up, or this is not something we're making up. This is not something that we're, this is fair. No. With all the prophecy that's going on, this is exactly what's going to happen. So from here, I'm going to jump to 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 13. Actually, was that 13? Yeah. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when. Right. So as the elect, hopeful elects, we are worrying about how our how we're going to be saved. We're worrying about what can get us saved. That's how bad it's about to get, right? And these heathens not worrying about, oh well, how can I save myself? No, they're putting all they're putting all their energy and effort into their kingdoms now, right? This is their time to shine. This is their time to be on the planet Earth ruling as kings. And they think that they're going to last forever and ever. And that's not what's going to happen. The Lord is going to have it to where when he comes back, he's destroying society, the society as you know. Regardless if you're down with it or not, he's going to destroy the society you know. And it's not going to be good for a lot of, for heathens especially, but 2/3 as well. It's not going to be good. So verse 13, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. So yeah, the world was created for the elect. It was not created for the heathens to rule and or have an everlasting rulership. Everybody on the planet Earth has had their time to rule. But when it comes to the Israelites, we only have 40 years of peace. So we have 40 years of peace, but all these other heathens have thousands and thousands of years. Edom has what? Greeks, Romans, Rome 2.0. All the other heathen nations that had their time to shine on the earth. And they have had us in captivity in all those times, right? Every time we was under the heathen rulership, the Israelites was in slavery. And by slavery, I don't just mean hardcore slavery. I mean slavery in all shapes, forms, and fashions. And we're finding ourselves in slavery today, right? Even if it's not hardcore, but the Lord's gonna have it to where, Edom's gonna have it to where a lot of Israelites are in digital slavery, and by what as Apostle Bark always goes into, the birth certificate, your social security card, So this is a form of slavery that a lot of Israelites believe that is allowing them to have access to be somebody. And that's not the case. But we're going to see and experience what it's like for a kingdom to go down completely and be destroyed completely. So this isn't going to be something that's, we're all going to join hand in hand. No, it's not like that. And that's not what the Lord is going to do. He's going to he's going to separate, right? Separate the righteous from the ungodly and separate the righteous from the wicked, right? And gather his elect. And I'll grab that too, and I'm going to close out. Let me see. Yes. It's in Matthew 24, not that much. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 31. And then this is read later, which is Yahushua speaking. And this is Yahushua prophesying of his coming back. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And yeah, this is exactly what's going to happen when Yahushua and the angel, or Yahushua are going to task the angels to grab the elect, right? And this is exactly what's about to happen. If you're not of the elect, you're led to your death and destruction. As they say, I'll be damned. But anyway, the point of it is that if you're not of the elect, you're finished. And since you're not of the elect, you're only going what? To the famine, to the famine, to the sword, to the sword, to the captivity, to the captivity. You're going to be destroyed, right? And some judgments, Jake, are going to have worse than heathen, right? Because of certain things that they have done. But with that, Lord wanted to edify. I'm going to close out by giving all praise and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Lord wanted to edify, and also next one. Shalom.